Hello and welcome to my next smartwatch review. Today we have the KT76 Smartwatch. Now if you've never seen my smartwatch reviews, then you don't know what I'm going to do is show you what comes out of the box very briefly here. Then I'm going to go away and charge this guy to 100% capacity and then wear it for several days and then come back with my full, fair, and honest review. So out of the box we have a user manual, and the typing is a little bit small here, but it looks like it will at least be moderately comprehensive. The app here is DAFIT, D-A-F-I-T. That is an old familiar app, so I'll have familiarity with that one already. Here you have the body of the smartwatch, and I ordered mine in red. It comes with a charging cable, and this will be a very regular, very, familiar magnetic charging cable. And I'm going to zoom in here. The pins will just click right onto the back of the watch, and the other end will charge into a USB charging brick. And it comes with this one is a black silicone wristband, and I believe you could order them in different colors. So that's what you get out of the box. Let me press and hold, let's see, the bottom right button here and see if anything comes to life here out of the box. Let's see if it has some battery life. Oh, bottom left says power. Gotta read, folks. Words mean things. So let me press and hold that power button. It just vibrated, so it's coming to life. Let me peel off this screen protector here. My language is indeed English. Can I swipe past this? It seems like it should let me go past this once I choose a language, but it doesn't seem to be. So, oh, there we go. So here is a watch face. If I swipe down, that should get me to settings. I'll turn that brightness up all the way. Oh, this is pretty cool. It doesn't have much battery life, it doesn't look like, but it has some. There's that flashlight. Oh, flashlight mode on the side. So it's got a bright LED to light your way in the darkness. Isn't that very, very cool? Now, I've reviewed a couple other watches with that feature, and that flashlight is much brighter. It's going to be much more effective than lighting up all the pixels on the display as white. So I like that. It's again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Oh, it's got another cover on the sensors. So always make sure when you get a new smartwatch, you peel that off. A lot of people complain that their watch isn't accurate and they failed to remove that sensor and it interferes. So it's a black plastic body, it feels like. It looks like it's going to have a speaker and microphone. It looks like I just accidentally turned the flashlight back on again. Let's swipe up. I'm getting into more of a review here than I usually do in the first segment of these videos. But it's got some built-in watch faces. That one, I don't think I've seen that one before. Let me press and hold and see what else is in here. So it's got some basic ones, all right. Nothing spectacular, but, pretty cool. It gives you some variety, some options, some choices. And, yeah, so let me leave this segment right here. I'll go away and charge it, wear it for, 5 days or so, and then come back with my final thoughts and review. Okay, so let's take a spin around this watch, and we have essentially 4 buttons, okay? You have a power button over here. This would be to turn on and off the watch. And you have a mode button on the bottom right. Okay, that will turn your face on also, and you can press it again to get into your sports modes. And then you have a button on the upper left that will turn on the LED flashlight on the upper right. I will show you that later. And then when you turn the watch on, if you press in on the crown in the center here, it will get you into all your various settings. Now, there's no functionality by turning the crown, but that's how you get into your menu system. So let me turn this on, get into the settings here, and let me go into my brightness settings and turn that all the way up. You see, even though it was on the lowest setting, it was still pretty bright. And then if I go into my display settings, The sleep time, that's the amount of time it will stay on before it automatically turns off, and I'll turn that up to 30 seconds for this video. I usually have it set to the minimum amount to save battery life. So other settings in here, you have your brightness, you have your that sleep time. Again, that's a sleep for the display. You can change watch faces. There's a number in here, and there's a lot more in the app. So odds are you'll be able to find one you like. And let's swipe back down into settings. There's a vibrate and ring mode. There's a do not disturb mode. You can change the language, low power option. Here's where we get to your phone. You can make and take phone calls through the watch when tethered with your phone via Bluetooth low energy. It's got a built-in microphone and speaker, and I've tested that, and that works fine. And then you can get into your system. You can restart, power off, and reset the whole watch, and you get into your about. And there it is, the KT76. Now this watch comes to us from our friends at Temu, and I just think it's important to tell you that they sent me this in exchange for a full, fair, and honest review. And I can actually say whatever I want about this watch right now. And let's get into some more of the features. So I'll press the button to make it come to life. And it's got a beautiful display. It's a 1.53 inch IPS screen, 360 by 360 pixels. I got this watch with the red accents, and I think it looks really good. Beauty, of course, is in the eye of the beholder, but I like the black on red look. It's a rugged outdoor looking watch. It is waterproof to 3 atmospheres of pressure. All right, so that is all good stuff. I can see my weather on the main screen, my heart rate, my number of steps for the day, kilocalorie burn estimate, and estimate of mileage walked. If I swipe up, I can get to my text messages, and you will see it works just fine. It will push the messages from your phone to your watch when tethered via Bluetooth, but there's no ability to reply or even do a quick reply right from the watch, so this is kind of a read-only for your text messages, but it does work. All right. You could clear all of those if you so desire. Let me press into the modes here. Here is your activity progress meter. Here is your sleep for the previous day, and you can actually scroll up and get some more insights into light sleep, REM sleep, restful sleep, start and end time, your heart rate in beats per minute. Here's where you would get into your phone calls, your dial pad, and that works fine. I'm not going to make a call here today, but you can see it does work. I guess I am making a call right now. So let's state your name after. So let's let this go. So it's got volume right here, and you can mute yourself. So it works. It works as a speakerphone, which is pretty cool. Have to be within Bluetooth range. Here is your exercise modes. There's a bunch of exercises in here. I think it advertises 100+ sports modes, so there's plenty in there. And if I go back here on my exercise records, here is a hike I did the other day, and for these exercises it will give you your total time engaged in these activity, your total number of steps, your estimated kilocalorie burn, your average heart rate in beats per minute, and your total distance estimate. All right, and then it'll break it down into light zones, weight training, aerobic, anaerobic, VO2 max, so you get some statistics about your exercise. So here is blood pressure. This will take your blood pressure. It knows it's not on my wrist right now, so it won't do this. This is not a medical device, so don't trust any of the information here to be medical grade data, so don't make any health decisions based on this. It also does SPo2, or blood oxygen saturation. For this, it uses the red diode, which I like. It'll measure stress. And here's your weather. It will pull this in from your phone, and it will give you sort of the next 6-day forecast of what it's supposed to be like, which is all nice. Your text messages, your shutter, you can use this as a remote shutter for your phone when tethered via Bluetooth. So you can use this to take a picture remotely. It's got a music player. This just controls the music player on your phone. It's got a compass. So I would have to calibrate this. I did calibrate this once. I've reset it since. But you just kind of move it in a figure-8 pattern. All right. And I can feel it. It just vibrated. That will sort of orient the compass, and now you have a true compass on here. So this is kind of a true outdoors type watch. It's got an AI voice assistant, which I never use. It's got a timer. It's got alarms that you can set, and stopwatch. 28-day cycle tracking, world clock, a find your phone feature, a calculator, and then you can get into your settings. Let's go take a look at the flashlight, and then we'll look at the app, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. So for the flashlight, that would be this upper left button. So let's press that. Let's press and hold it until the LED flashlight comes on. And there you see it. It's a very bright light. I like it. And if I press that button again, it will now blink as sort of a signal. If you're lost in the woods, or along the side of the road, or somehow you just want to get somebody's attention in the dark, you can turn it into that mode to just be a flashing beacon. And if we press that again, now it's going to repeatedly sign SOS, which I think is a very valuable, very useful feature. So it's just going to continue casting out the SOS signal. That's the universal signal for I'm in distress and need help. We press it again, it goes back to solid. All right, and now I'm going to press and hold it, and it will go out. So that's a really cool distinguishing feature on this watch. So now let me take a couple of these health measurements here. If I swipe from right to left, there's that activity summary. Here's my sleep from the previous night. Here's my heart rate in beats per minute. And I'll let this go in real time, and you will see it is using, well, actually you can't see it, but we'll use the green diode with that. And here is your blood pressure. Again, it's not a medical device, don't trust it. Here's your SPo2. And this one I think you can see. There is that red diode, so it's taking that measurement. I like the red diodes for SPo2. There's that stress measurement. It tells you whether you're under high stress, low stress, or sort of everyday average amount of stress. That's pretty useful. And that's kind of it for the watch. Let's go look at the app, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. The app here is called DayFit or DuffIt. It's DAFIT. All right, it's a pretty basic app. It gives you your steps for the day, your estimate distance walked, estimated kilocalorie burn, time engaged in activities. Here's your sleep analysis. This is from the night, and you can go back to previous days. You can look at all the various days of the week ahead of you, and that's all pretty cool. Here's your heart rate in beats per minute, and that's pretty cool too. You have to take this pretty much on demand unless you're engaged in a sport. Here is that blood pressure. All right, and here's the blood oxygen saturation. Here's that stress measurement, and it tells you whether you're relaxed, normal, medium, or stressed. So I'm in a normal range here. And you would have to input your weight. You can set a water intake reminder if you wish. You can go into your workout modes here, and you can actually pull in little training videos that show you how to do exercises, so that's pretty neat. You can get into your watch settings. There you see it's the KT76. Here's your watch faces. You can get into the face gallery and look at many, many more watch faces, I should say. Like I said, there's plenty in here. Odds are you'll find something you like. Here was where you can decide which notifications you want to push from your phone to your watch. There's lots of them in here. Find your device. Here's where you would set alarms. World clock. There's that camera shutter. E-card. If you want to store a QR code in the watch, you can do that. Favorite contacts, if you want to keep track of your favorite contacts. Others, you can change it from 24-hour to 12-hour time, from centigrade to imperial. Choose your language. Auto lock, again, that's the amount of time the screen comes on for. It's got a lift your wrist feature as well that I have turned off, but it will do that if you so desire. Here's where you can push your weather and some health information here. You can turn on stress monitoring. You can set reminders to move. You can do heart rate warning if you want to set a limit for how high your heart rate is, and it will just vibrate and give you a little warning. It's a fairly basic app. You can get into some settings. I've reviewed this before. I think it's good. It's straightforward. It's easy to understand. It's easy to navigate. So there you have it. It's the KT76 Smartwatch. It will do heart rate, stress, showed you all of that. 3 atmospheres waterproof, Bluetooth calling. It's got the built-in compass. You can pull in SMS messages. It's got that LED flashlight built in. It's got a 500 milliamp hour battery, which is kind of amazing. That should last you 5 to 7 days through normal use, or 20 days standby time. Does sleep tracking. It's a zinc alloy case, and as I mentioned, that app is called Day Fit. So I'll drop a link to this below so you can check it out on Temu. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and interest. And yeah, this channel is primarily about kayaking, but I like to do tech reviews and smartwatch reviews to help monetize my YouTube channel. You can go see all my fitness tracker and smartwatch reviews on that playlist on YouTube. And if you want to learn more about me and check out my kayaking adventures, come check me out at davethekayaker.com. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great day no matter when and where you are.